Hey, welcome back to Python MC. I'm your Python MC coach, Richard Ashe. In this section, we are going to break conditionals. We're going to find all the different ways that you can mess up conditionals. So here we go. Let's see. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to delete the colons. We're going to delete the two dots in my conditional. So for loops, while loops, conditionals, and functions, they're all expecting a colon to begin the statement. And otherwise, I'm going to get a syntax error. So, if else, you got to have that colon on that first line. You also have to indent 4 spaces. So in this case, I'm going to delete those 4 spaces. And again, I get a syntax error. It's expecting the code that's going to execute if request equals hip hop. That needs to be indented 4 spaces. Everything in that code that's going to be executed as part of that condition needs to be indented 4 spaces. And so we'll see I didn't indent print, and it's actually getting super confused. It thinks the error is actually on line 39 because it's wondering where the conditional statement stops and ends. So remember, whatever's included in that block of code needs to be indented 4 spaces. All right, so let's go ahead. I'll run it, and then we'll see. I'll just type in. It doesn't matter. I'll just type in some gibberish, and that is going to work perfectly fine. Let's go start to mess with, let's see, I'm going to change this to else. In other words, if else, checking a condition. In this case, I'm saying if else. That doesn't make any sense to Python. It gives me a syntax error. What if I say if elif with no else? Again, it's going to give me a syntax error. So I got to be consistent and speak Python's language. If else, checking a condition. What else can I mess up? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete the 4 spaces before print. And that is not going to give me an error, like I'm not going to get a red X. It will give me a bug. So when I type in hip hop, it says I'm playing hip hop beat. You can see in the bottom of the screen. It also says I guess I'll play the R&B then. So what's happening is before that line 49, that print statement, I'll play R&B then, was part of the conditional. It was actually part of, it was executing if you didn't select hip hop or 80s. Now it's just going to execute regardless because it's outside of the else statement. It's outside of that block of code. You didn't indent it 4 spaces, so it's no longer part of that condition. It'll just execute like the rest of the code. So now you have to indent it 4 spaces to make sure it only executes if you didn't choose hip hop or 80s. Okay, makes sense? Let's see. I want to break one more thing, and that I will delete the equal sign. Down here, I'll say if request equals hip hop. Now remember, you need equals to compare one value to another. I'm comparing request, which is the user input, to see if it equals hip hop. So I use equals. If I'm assigning a variable, I'll just use a single equal sign. But if I'm doing a comparison, I need 2 equal signs. We have broken this 6 ways from Sunday. You go ahead and get into it. Have fun. We'll see you again on Python MC.